Hey everybody, this is Paul from Screenwriting Software Expert, here to ask you a very important question. Actually, the most important question you can ever ask as a screenwriter. Why? Now you might be wondering, what do I mean by that? Why? Why do a certain character? Why do a certain storyline? No, the important question is to ask yourself, why? Why do you want to be a screenwriter? I had a question today from one of my subscribers who was asking me this question in a different type of way. He was asking me, how do you keep your motivation up when you write? And it really comes back to that most important question that every screenwriter needs to ask, the why. And that is how I continue to write. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my why. The reason why I write, why I became interested in screenwriting, was because I love movies, and I want my kids to grow up with movies that I loved growing up. You know, some of the most inspirational things for me growing up was seeing Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Aliens, these movies that meant something to me, those movies that made me think of a place far away, those movies that allowed me to go somewhere else and experience something new. You know, I've loved other movies as well, too, like Willow, The Usual Suspects, Beautiful Mind, Gladiator. I mean, The Godfather. There's a lot of good movies out there that make you think, that really do a good job of transporting you to that new destination, that takes you on a journey for 90 minutes to 2 hours, that takes you away from your life, that allows you to change your perspective, to see things in new and exciting ways. And that's the reason why I want to write. And the reason why I do write is because I want my kids to experience that. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of seeing Hollywood movies time and time again regurgitate the same formulas. You can predict the movie even as you walk into the movie. I mean, what fun is that? I mean, what do we really learn? What kind of experience do we really go on? That's why I write. I don't write because I can make a lot of money doing this. Chances are I'm not probably ever going to sell a screenplay. Or if I do, I'm going to sell one screenplay. Maybe. Who knows? I might never sell a screenplay. But what I do know is when I'm going to write these screenplays, that they all have passion, that they all have my vision for what a good movie would be. So often we get to the Oscars and I look to myself and go, well, I could have written a better movie than that. I could. I just haven't. And so that's my why. My why is seeing the Oscars year after year, seeing these movies some movies that actually might be good, but they're seeing so many movies that just miss the mark. And so I want to create that next screenplay that hits the mark, that gets that next generation to go, wow, what a place to go to. What interesting characters. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow, that was such a neat experience. Can I go again? Because how many times have you been to the movies in the last months, weeks, years, and said, I really want to see that again? Wow, that blew my socks off. I don't know about you. I've been a movie reviewer for a long time. And there's very few movies I actually want to go see in the theater again. It's more like one and done. Even the movies I give A's to, most of the time I'm like, I don't want to see them again. I don't have that same connection to movies I've had in the past, and it has to do with the writing. The writing has gotten significantly worse in Hollywood. I don't know if it's because of the amount of content they need to put out or whether there's boundaries that the executives put on it. But what I do know is that the films that I am seeing right now are not the films that I would want to see when I was a kid. They weren't those same type of things. So when you think of your writing motivation, what is yours? Is it to tell a specific story? Maybe you have a story that you've always wanted to tell. And this is your way of doing this through this visual art of storytelling. Or maybe you want to write movies for your kids or your relatives or for your mom or dad. Maybe you want to write a Korean War epic for your father who was in the Korean War. Or maybe you'd like to tell a story about how your father or mother grew up in that village in the middle of nowhere and they made something of themselves. Or they helped you make something out of yourself. What is that story inside of you that's just screaming to get out? Now, I shouldn't be telling you this last part because unfortunately it's true, but it won't get me a lot of subscribers. It won't let me sell. I don't have a lot of products. As you notice, I'm not selling you a lot of products with this video. I'm not saying, hey, go to my course and buy my course and I'm going to solve all your problems. If you're going to do this all for money, you're not going to get very far. And here's the reason why. because you're going to be knee deep in a story, and it's going to be hard for you to get to that next step in the story. It's going to be hard to revise that story. It's going to be hard to get to the next level or change it or make it meaningful. And you're going to be like, why am I doing this? And the money isn't going to speak to you. The money is not going to be that passion that says, yeah, this is what I need to write next. What's going to be that passion is that thing inside of you that's telling you, I'm doing this because I want to tell a story for my family. I'm doing this because I need to tell a story for myself. It's a story I need to tell the whole world about what happened to my friends, my community, my nation, whatever the story is. That's what you need in order to have that motivation. That's how you keep that motivation up year after year, page after page, screenplay after screenplay. So what is your why? Leave your why down in the comments section below. Well, until the next video, write well and live well.